There are a lot of pieces to the biblical parenting coaching program. Let me just share with you the 7 tools that we use to help you develop a unique and specific plan. There are 7 tools. Now you have to understand that in the 7 tools, these each represent a bucket of solutions. And your job then as a parent, or the coach is going to help you do that, is to develop a recipe for your unique child. Your child's going to need a little more of this, a little less of that, a combination of these things. But here are the 7 tools. 1, relationship. And we're going to show you how to use relationship not as a means, an end in itself, but a means to bring about significant growth in a child. Relationship opens the heart. The second thing we're going to use is firmness. That's not just consequences, it's structure, it's accountability, it's firmness that says we're not going to live this way anymore, we're going to make some changes. So our approach uses firmness to stretch children and move them in the direction they need to move. The next one has to do with visioning. Visioning looks ahead and helps children understand the why we're doing this. It turns the light bulbs on in children's hearts, and even if they don't buy into the why, it positions you well with them. Visioning is very important. Another tool has to do with teaching. Teaching helps children understand how. And that how has to do, provides hope for them because they know exactly what they need to do to dig out of this pit that they're in of behavioral challenges. Another one has to do with prayer. Now, prayer is linking into God's grace, which is his energy that brings about change in anyone. God is a person who changes the heart, so we must tie into God's grace, and we can teach our children how to do that. Depending on their receptivity, we're going to use that in their lives. Another piece of this has to do with coaching. This describes the relationship that you have with a child. If you have a target, you're teaching them, you're moving them toward a goal. This idea of coaching changes the dynamic in the relationship, and then we transfer responsibility to the child. And so when we transfer the responsibility, we're teaching children that they have a responsibility not only for the problem, but they have a responsibility for the solution. Some children tend to become victims or feel like they're entitled to something, and we're going to transfer responsibility to them. These are 7 tools. These tools are the ones that you're going to use to bring about a plan in your home. Knowing how much or what the ideas are within these tools will be learned in the Biblical Parenting Coaching Program, and you'll work on that specifically with the coach that you'll be assigned to or that you choose to work with.